finally caught one, guys. I finally hooked one. Let's see, I ain't caught him till I got him in the boat. Y'all can tell it's an old, cold, nasty morning. We've had some pretty days, but they're calling for rain today. Oh, I thought he was bigger than that. But anyway, I'll take anything right now. Let's put it this way, he was the biggest one in the group. There's 2 or 3 running right here, and he was the biggest one in the group, so I thought he was gonna be 14, 15, but that's okay. We're just fishing. Sometimes they'll fool you in that LiveScope, won't they? Alright. That's a willowtail, guys. It's, that ain't, it's kind of a June bug with a chartreuse tail. Alright. And I'm not doing a porta catch, okay? I'm just out fishing this morning. I don't know if I've done a porta catch with that bait. I've done it with the tank shad. I've done a porta catch with that. Don't think I've ever done a porta catch with the willowtail, but anyway, that's not what we're doing today anyway. So let's see if we can find another one. I'm gonna tell you what, I done threw at quite a few. The water temperature is 43. I fished yesterday evening, and when I came off the water it was 47, but the sun was shining, and y'all, you know, that's the surface temperature, right? So my poor hands done cracked all up. Y'all's do that? And I've been putting medicine on them and super glue. Everybody says super glue them back together, but I've tried some different things. I put working man's hands on them every night, and I done it again this morning. That's the first thing everybody says, are you doing that? Yeah, I'm doing that, guys. It's just that when I'm out here fishing cold like this, and that's not super cold. I think it was 40 couple when I left my house, 41. So it's around 41, 42. I think the high day is supposed to be 45. Which is, I know, so y'all guys up north are going, heat wave. Well, down south this time of year, this is not a heat wave, guys. I hear you. I was watching somebody the other day on YouTube, and I was reading the comments. I like reading the comments, and the guy was complaining about it being cold, and he was in shorts. His buddy was in shorts, and he just had a little tiny top on. I got a lot of clothes on here. I don't know where he was from. I don't know if he's in Florida, or he was down that way anyway. He said, yeah, it's cold this morning, and they had flip-flops and stuff on, and I'm laughing to myself. I mean, I'm in the mid-south in Virginia, and I'm out in Florida. Florida's a whole different creature, right? And I'm laughing to myself, and I read the comments, people going like, dude, we can't fish because we're frozen over, and you're complaining about it being 50 degrees. Guys, it's been a while. More of them have run from me than tried to bite me. I'm telling you, I've had them run. Just run from the jig. They're very tough this morning. Oh, that's a decent fish. This one came in. I kept throwing it. He kept coming toward the boat, and he got 20 feet from the boat, and he stopped. He was moving, and he stopped. And when he stopped, I had my glove on, guys. Can you make my hands getting wet, getting cold? Y'all been there? Look at there. Bait falls out. That hook is sharp. I've checked it. That's a nice fish, guys. You know it? You don't see it? I heard somebody say, well, how long is he? He's 14, just a touch over 14, guys. All right, let me see if y'all, make sure y'all record. Make sure I got my red light. The only way I can tell it's recording, guys, is got a red light on the back. It flashes. All right, if I don't see that red light, and you don't know how many times I've been in that movie. Okay. All right, guys, I still got the same bait on. Like I said, I'm not doing a porta catch, just out here fishing, and it's just June bug with the willowtail. I might even made a porta catch on it. I'm just trying to pull out something that they can see. I've got a pile laying here. Y'all hear me say that all the time, don't you? Look, I ain't lying. See? And I got some of them. Look, some of them are scattered over here. There's purple and pink. I just lay them out and I dig through them, guys. Sometimes when I'm out just fishing for fun. So they've been there for weeks. And over here's my hair jig assortment. Look, there's the hair jigs I've used. But I don't know if I've showed you all this. I got 2 or 3 of these on the boat. There's a couple in the compartments here. We talking about hair jigs. I'll show you. Look here. So that's up all colors, yellows. These are more natural colors in here. Y'all can see they're whites with a little bit of yellow. That's usually what I catch them on, stuff like that, you know. But once you see laying over here, stuff I tied up. This is stuff that I've tied up the last couple weeks. And I'm trying. with pink in them, and I got a bunch here with orange in them. So that, I put a little piece of plastic on the front of that one, kind of like a Jiffy Jig if you ever used it. And they make a mold for that, guys. They make a mold for that you can make with the Jiffy Jigs. So I might be down the road. I just got 2 new molds that y'all gonna probably see. I don't know if you'll see them before this video or not, but I've already made a porta catch on 2 of them. So I got 2 new molds, and I made a porta catch on 2 colors in one of them. One of the molds is really small. It's 1.5 inches. And I thought it was going to be a little bigger than what it is. I think it's really almost too small. But I think in clear water in the summertime, it's going to be good. We're going to catch fish with it. All right, guys, it was 4 scattered out on my left side here just now. I didn't have my other camera. I just cut it off. And I threw at him a couple times, and finally this one chased it down. I mean, I think sometimes, again, with this watercolor, you've got to get it where they can see it. And you don't know that on a LiveScope. You don't know exactly where you're getting that bait. You don't know if you're getting it where they can see it. I'm just holding on. So I'm here in open water. I just hold on. And that's why, you know, somebody asked me this question the other day too. Don't you ever use a long rod? I got one right here, 10-footer. Yeah, I threw it some this morning. But my favorite way to fish is like I'm doing right now. That's a 7-foot Lew's Water Marshall. I've got 7-foot Denellis right here, the white ones. And that's what I like doing. I like casting. That fish was 40 feet out by my depth finder. And when I brought it past him, he rose up and grabbed it. That's a nice fish, guys. That's how I like to catch him. Because you know why? I got to reel him in 40 feet. See, I enjoy that. I enjoy that part of reeling the fish in. I felt him thump it. I seen him thump it. I seen him chasing it. Then I felt him thump it. He's not quite 14. He's 13 3/4, guys. Okay? And guys, that's what I enjoy. And I mean, we all have our own different ways. I mean, I know guys say they'd rather spider rig than anything. And that's fine. That's what's nice about this sport. There's more than one way you can fish. You don't have to fish. We all don't have to fish the same way, right? But here's what I was doing. I'm sitting looking. He's on this side of the boat. I'm sitting looking at another one right now at 45 feet. I'll cut this camera on here and you can see it. There's one right here at 45 feet. He's right at the end. Actually, I can lengthen this. Let's make this longer. There. Now you can see him. He's at 50 feet. All right. These were at 40 feet. It was 2 of them. And I went, okay, 40 feet. Now line myself up with this arm. Okay. Let me get the camera. Y'all get your head up. my screw came loose here, guys. Yeah, y'all knew that, right? All right. I lined myself up at 40 feet. And I threw out there at 40 feet. And I didn't see my jig. There was only like 4 feet deep. And then I started reeling it slow. And I seen the fish start moving. And I kept reeling it. Then I felt him thump it. We live for the thump, right? I felt him thump it. And y'all know the rest of the story. That's the way I like to fish. I want to cast out there, reel back, and I want to feel him thump it. When I get in these trees, it's the same way. I use these 7-foot rods most of the time. Of course, docks I do. Now, my 10-foot rod, I said this last night to a comment. I like my 10-foot rod. I got a heavier jig on mine. I got a 16th on it or 8th. That's why I usually do it. And I cast it. I just kind of flop it out there to about 30, 35 feet when the fish are 8, 10 foot deep because it drops faster because I got a heavier jig on it. And I feel like I have more control. I've caught stripers, guys. Y'all seen the videos. I've caught 4 to 6 pound stripers. I've caught catfish up to 10 or 15 pounds on that rod because I'm fishing closer to the bottom. But when I see the fish out there and they're 8, 10, 12 feet deep and my bait needs to get faster now, I go to a heavier one. This is my shallow basic water rig. So this is how I usually fish down to, let's say 12, maybe sometimes 15 feet, but usually around 10 to 12 feet. Once the fish get deeper, I like my long rod for that, and I like a heavier bait on it because I feel like I have more control with the heavier jig. You put a heavier jig on this rod and it don't feel right. This rod weighs nothing. And I got that little 500 size fluger on there. That's what I use it. All these reels are little flugers. Oh, this don't feel very big. No. He don't feel very, I didn't think he looked, I'm gonna swing him up in here. He didn't look very big. This is the smallest fish. I'm not bragging now, guys. My button keeps working loose here. This is the smallest fish I've caught in a long time. I've been out, like this is the 3rd day in a row I've been out here, and I think yesterday the smallest one I caught was 12. inches. He's about 6 3/4, maybe 6 15/16 or something like that. I don't know. 6 9/16. He's an odd size. He Alright guys, my other camera stopped on me. This camera's not doing nothing. It completely just stopped. He nailed it too. I threw at this fish a couple times. He's hooked right there at the crusher. Hold on, I can get you. Gotcha. I'll show you all this color in a minute. It's a new color too. There you go, guys. Y'all want to weigh that real fast? I need my scales lay right here where I can grab him. He's not going to be 2 pounds. Then I have to figure out what's wrong with this other camera. It locked up. He's 1.6. 1.7. Or 1.6 is going back and forth. Okay. It says 1.7, 1.6 is going back and forth between that. Well, anyway, 1.6, 1.5 be pound and a half. So he's pounding about 9, 10 ounces. Nice fish, guys. All right. Let me show you this bait. Then I got to figure out what's wrong with this camera. It just quit. It's locked up. That's why I said this in the video yesterday I was making. I said I fished 3 days in a row now. Whew. Let me turn y'all up so y'all can see. I fished 3 days in a row, and I said this the other day. You got to fish, you got to fight the camera too. It's pink bottom, purple top, Willowtail. Now, there's a whole group of fish. You reckon they're crappie? They look like they're all decent sized fish. I'm gonna guess they're bass. We're gonna throw at them. There's my bait. You see my bait moving right there? See, they're moving. My bait's behind them now. See? I done lost them, guys. There they are. Most times, if they're moving like that, they're hard to catch. I try to throw ahead of them and that type of thing. This last one I caught was coming at me. Okay? He was coming at me, and I kept throwing, and finally he stopped. And when he stopped about 20 feet out, and I brought the bait past, like, see, there weren't 10 feet there? I'm probably going to spook him, guys. You get too close to him. There's my bait falling. I'm going to stop it right above his head. See, I don't even see him now. See, he's gone now. That's what I'm saying. Usually when they get that close to the boat, they're hard to catch. At times you can do that, but right now they're spooky, and I think it's because of the color of the water. I've talked to a couple different fishermen on the water, and some of my friends that crappie fish. Guys, I have friends that fish tournaments, crappie tournaments and stuff. And you know, they fish a lot. They know more about crappie fishing than I do, and they say the same thing. I think it's the watercolor that's making them a little jumpy. Because you can bring a bait close to them sometimes, and man, they'll just take off like a streak of lightning when the bait comes past them. You see those at 20 foot right here, right on top. I don't know where my bait is. I know it's in that area, so I must fish. I must run it back. I run it back shallow. All right, look here, guys. Let's fish out here in open water. See the dock? There's no fish on the dock. You look here in open water now. See right here. Look here. I'm shooting to the left now in front of the dock. See? Now, I ain't saying you won't find one somewhere on a dock or a couple, but right now they're running open water because they're pre-spawned. They will be up on that dock if the water gets warm enough. But right now they just rather be in open water. All right, these are all smaller fish. I'm gonna see if I can catch one or two of them here, but they're not very big fish. That one looks like he's a decent one. One at 30 feet. The wind's getting bad all the time. If it keeps getting bad, I'm gonna head in a little bit. I want to pour some baits this evening. All right, see my bait right there at 30 feet? Okay, maybe past him. Never moved, did he? Now I'm gonna let my bait drop on down there. Y'all can't see my baits right there. I got my gloves on, guys, because my hands got cold. The wind's blowing. It's only in the low 40s, but it's the wind. And none of those even paid any attention to me, did they? Now that group of 25 feet, I'm going to shoot at them again. I can't tell if they're moving or not. I'm moving, the wind's pushing me. Yeah, they're moving some. Coming a bait down there with them. Bait's coming straight down at 20 feet. Almost at him. Alright, it's right there at him. I'm not going to try not to hit him. Just trying to bounce it above him there. And I lost it. There's that dead spot I'm telling y'all about. There, I see it now. So I don't know how far they can see in this nasty water either. Okay, folks, that was a fun video. Look, the wind got so bad, I finally said, that's it. It's raining now. I just came in and the wind got so bad. I was fighting the wind. I moved to another spot and I thought, man, this is nice. I'm out of the wind, so I'm there. And I fished there about 15 minutes and there was some crappie there. Threw it a few. Next thing you know, the wind's pushed me around again. Even with spot lock. If I set spot lock, the wind was kind of swirling. It didn't have a direction to it. Y'all know how I'm saying sometimes on the water. I'd go left and I'd go right. And it's hard to cast. Then you cast it into the wind, a little tiny 32nd ounce jig, and you got to get it right on the fish, guys, when the water's nasty. The closer you get to them, you know, the better off you are. If you're like this, you really get bit. You had to come right past them. So that was getting tough. So I finally said, that's it. And, you know, y'all seen I had gloves on. My poor fingers bust up. You know, I put working man's hands on every night, sometimes in the evenings if I go to bed. Then when I go to bed, I put it on this morning. It helps a lot, but still, you get your hands wet all the time. I work with my hands. I've been working with paint thinner, painting some cabinets, as I was telling you this week. That ain't good for my hands either. But you do what you got to do, guys, to make a living and to keep going, right? So look, appreciate each and every one of you. I caught some fish, had a good time, fought the wind, made it through it. Right? So it's a fun video. Now remember, Wednesday nights is fun videos. Sundays are the Port of Cats where you leave a number. Some of you leave numbers on Wednesday nights, so that's fine. They don't hurt nothing, but you're not going to win anything on Wednesday night. Once a week's enough to give away. I mailed out today, all right? So most people get their package the following week. I just got an email 2 days ago from the last guy. He said he liked these baits. He said they were awesome. That's what it's all about on the Port of Catches. But Wednesdays are just fun. Just me going out, catching a few fish. It could be bass, could be crappie. Might even be some stripers here and there, okay? Thank you. My name is Dennis. The channel is growing. Appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate every subscriber, old and new. Okay? See you next time on Fishing Lake Country.